Chamath Palihapitiya said that the market have not reached the bottom yet. The market rally occurred as a result of the close of the short position. The market most likely will continue to drop, so the investors should be more careful. He also warns that the market's bottom may not be reached for another 18 months. What is causing Chamath to think this way? Basically is because of the MMT, which stands for modern monetary theory. The majority of higher authority believe to this theory. The central idea of modern monetary theory is that governments with a fiat currency system under their control can and should print as much money as they need to spend because they cannot go broke or be insolvent unless a political decision to do so is taken. They also believed that by printing the money, we will become economic prosperity. The US has implemented quantitative easing 4 times. The first was in November 2008 in response to the global financial crisis. Now fast forward to 2022, 14 years later, governments around the world had printed around 30 to 35 trillion US dollars into the economy. All these money should have never been there. So, it will eventually needs to get destroyed. What will happen if we taking the $30 trillion out of global economy? The world GDP in 2021 was only $95 trillion, it's almost 1/3 of the entire year's global GDP. Chamath thinks that the duration of taking money out of the system need around 3 years. The price of asset today was pushed up by the fake money, and now is the process of taking all that fake money out and finding out the real price of assets. He thinks the process probably take 24 to 36 months. So this means the bottom doesn't happen for another 18 months. As we all know, QE stimulate the spending and lending in the economy. With the fake money being printed out, the debt in the economy also become higher. As a result, there are too much money in the economy and caused the previous economic prosperity. However, now the global economy is going through deleverage phase. Undoubtedly, this phase will be painful. Personally, I think that the deleverage phase will take more than 6 months, but will it, same as Chamath's prediction, need take around 2 to 3 years? I guess nobody will know the answer. Besides, history suggests that stocks won't bottom until the Fed cuts rates. This notable chart, produced by analysts at Bank of America, has made the rounds several times this year. It shows how over the past 70 years, US stocks have tended not to bottom until after the Fed has cut interest rates. Typically, stocks don't begin the long slog higher until after the Fed has squeezed in at least a few cuts, although during March 2020, the nadir of the COVID-19 inspired sell-off coincided almost exactly with the Fed's decision to slash rates back to zero and unleash massive monetary stimulus. However, I think we should not feel pessimistic even if the market will decline in the next decade. This table shows the performance of the Berkshire Hathaway and S&P 500 over the few decades. The 70s were a terrible decade for the financial markets in general, as inflation destroyed the returns of stocks. Buffett still able to make a decent profit. Buffett's technique of stock selection is the reason he was able to do well in the challenging market. Buffett only invests in stocks that he believes to be undervalued. If you have other opinions, let's comment below. Please help to like and subscribe.